everybody, it's Chris with NerdBase.com, and this is Tyler from Snail Games, and he's going to tell us about Age of Wushu, the new MMO coming out. So, record.
Age of Wushu is just a large epitome of sandbox gaming, a free-to-play MMO. There's no classes and no levels, which is the big starting point for the whole sandbox feel of what we have. It's the ultimate customization, where you pick a school, one of our many schools in the game, and you can pick up skills from there. But that doesn't pigeonhole you into following that school set of guidelines. You can join any other school or disband and just steal skills from those schools and pick up essentially every skill in the game and customize it to the way you want it to be on your personal preference, or however you, as a martial artist in the game master, you want to make it turn out to be. And then the level system, you can level up your skills individually, but you yourself don't level. It's the customizing of your skill set that levels up. Classes is our schools. There's no classes if you can play with every weapon and every skill in the game. Our weapon system is a rock, paper, scissors type of combat where one form will counter the other, essentially. We have feints, parries, and averts, which is a parry is a defense, feints get through the defense, and averts just plow through your feints. Our profession system is probably our biggest deep context of the game, where it's where our economy strikes from. We're free to play, so we're going to have those microtransactions, but those are all novelty items, a nice looking course here and there, but nothing that's going to make you truly more powerful than somebody else if you're going to pay a lot of money.
So you can just start from the character you boot into the game at the very beginning and get into the end game looking exactly like you came out of the character creator.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do that because the clothes that you wear aren't going to give you too much of an advantage that you buy from like stalls here. But the economy itself that players create through transactions with other players, that's how you get farther ahead. I gave you an example earlier that as a blacksmith, you can make a simple blade, but to make a truly amazing sword, you're going to have to go to our craftsman class to make the hilt of the sword. You're going to have to go to the cook class to sharpen the blade to help you cut through the meat because they have a better knowledge through their training to know how to cut through flesh. You're going to go to a poison maker to line that blade with a specific poison to help them out. Then you can eventually get to that point where you have a great sword, as opposed to just me walking in and going, oh, I want to buy a sword from an NPC. It's going to be a low-level sword. That'll help me out early in the game, but it's not going to help me out in the long run.
So are you going to have somewhere a quest where there's a meteor and you can make a meteor sword?
There are some actually
legendary meteor swords.
We have some cool flaming looking swords,
nice.
They're more enchanted by what a profession is given you. Like a scholar, one of the scholar professions would write a buff on his piece of paper, a calligraphy person, and they would give you that piece of paper, and you would read it, and it would give you that buff. Some calligraphy people would actually write skill books down to help you learn another skill here and there. And that's entirely where the economy is based on. It's through those players helping each other out to advance the game.
So it's very community based in that respect. You're almost, I don't want to use the word forced, but forced to interact with other players to really go forward in the game and get better equipment.
Yes, and you can be that guy who just gets a bunch of in-game coins if he wants to, just go solo the entire time, and then find a player who creates sets up a stall to sell their goods. After I made this amazing sword, I can sell it to somebody who really wants it in low level, and there it is. I can pay my in-game currency for it. But it's the interaction with players and that community that we're really striving to build upon.
Tell me, before you were telling me about what I thought was a really neat, the game that happens when you're not playing the game.
When your character logs out, when you log out, your character doesn't log out. Your character takes on a life after you have left the computer. You can find another person's offline character sweeping a bank, or if they're a beggar, in the beggar profession, they'll actually be begging you for goods on the side of the street, trying to get money from you. Some of them I've seen do performance art in the middle of a city, like blowing fire, doing dances, and some of them will do security work for their schools. If I log out and I am Shaolin, I can be part of the Shaolin Guard system, where a player sneaks in and tries to steal or spy on my school. My NPC character will join other NPC players and attack you and try to prevent you from stealing from you. There is a downside to all these cool effects, is when you're offline, players who are evil will try to kidnap you. And by kidnapping you, it is essentially that they take a knockout powder that a player can make or you can buy, and knock you out, put you in a burlap sack, and slowly try to walk you to a bank or to a person to sell you to a seedy underbelly of your medieval China town. But there are good players who can see this happening online and go, no, that's not good, I will try to stop that. And that builds into a morality compass that we kind of have going on. Certain schools won't let you win at first if you're too bad or too good. And you can fix that later on. You can be like, I'm through being this evil guy, I want to convert myself to a better way so I can join Shaolin and find the error in my ways.
So it's very fluid in the respect that if you start the game as Shaolin and then you say, oh, it's not for me, you can say leave the school.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
you've learned those basic school skills. There are specific inner school skills that they have that you have the honor of being part of that school they will give you. But barehanded maneuvers that you learn, you can take with you. I know these things. It's kind of like in Kung Fu Panda with the bad guy. He knows all the moves that he was trained in, but he's not part of that system anymore. But he still knows how to be a true.
It's just like in real life, like you're not going to forget something just because you leave school. You know?
It's like riding a bike, or in our case, like running up a wall. Which Segway is we have a flying system which Chris was amazed at.
Oh, it's so cool.
You think of the Wuxia kind of movies, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, anything with Jet Li in it. If you see water, you can run on the water, you can run up a wall, run alongside the wall. You have a freedom of movement. You have the freedom to make your own skill set, you have the freedom to choose any weapon you want, and you have the freedom to run across water or jump across buildings and fly through the air.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm very excited for it.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Check out ageofwushu.com. We have some pre-orders going on right now to get you into our closed beta system, and then that will also get you into an early 90-day access in February. Then the game goes completely free to play on May 1st.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot.